UX is really important, and it's difficult to gather intelligence about this because um, a lot of the different clients that I work with have millions and millions of page views. In fact, the main site that I work on has millions and millions of page views a month. And so to get a good sense of who's coming from where and what types of people are visiting, where they're coming from, what kinds of attribution we give to that, we use a variety of tools. And the three main tools that I use are Google Analytics, which is available for free. Everybody can get that one for free. I use another tool called Pendo, which is a really great messaging tool, and it helps turn your website into more of a product that you can work with people and help them guide them to a specific goal. And then there's a variety of tools. Fullstory is a good example that really allow you to watch individual people move through your site like you're watching Netflix. And it gives you an amazing sense of empathy. So you can really see what it's like to try and accomplish a specific kind of goal. So as a base, Google Analytics works really well. It gives you gross numbers, large numbers, and takes all of your market intelligence and kind of sums it up into a small snapshot. Lets you break down and slice and dice where people are coming from in terms of search details and things like that. The people that land on your site, they're going to type a term in. That search engine optimization is really expressed right there. You'll find out what people type in order to land on your site, and those are the things you need to optimize. So Google Analytics gives you a great baseline. There's a lot of other detail there, and a lot of people talk about Google Analytics, so I won't go too much into that. The next real game changer is to change the idea of looking at a website from it's a little publication, a blog, into something where it's more of a tool so that it's an application. And that means you're going to have a lot more give and take. And Pendo is an example of a tool that lets you look at specific information and dynamically change that and respond to it. So if somebody's arriving for the first time, you can take them through a specific flow on how to accomplish a task. Or if you know that they're coming back the fifth time and they still haven't accomplished, you might be able to raise some hints as to what to do next. That kind of responsiveness really helps somebody accomplish their goal and makes it feel a lot more like a product and function a lot more like a product. One of the final ways to kind of get this final intelligence, this detailed intelligence, is to look deeply into how somebody goes through a site. Fullstory really took me by surprise one day from an empathy perspective, and UX is really all about empathy. It's all about opening yourself up and putting yourself not just in somebody's shoes, but in their life experience. So it tells you what time of day this person's looking. And I noticed there's a guy, he's looking through resumes and he's trying to decide on who to hire. And I can tell he's doing it on his phone, and I can tell he's got to pinch and zoom, and oh, it's a struggle to go through every single one. And I watched him because you can watch it like 2 times speed, so it doesn't take forever. But you can watch somebody go through the challenge of trying to organize and choose a really difficult process. And I mean, I felt for him. He was doing that for about 2 hours, from about 4:20 in the morning to about 6:20 in the morning. And so if you get a sense of the effort that somebody goes in to accomplish something, you really want to make it a lot better. But until you see that, until you can see their story, and that's what Fullstory lets you do, it's really hard to imagine what it's like because you assume it's going to be as easy as it is for you, and you know that system so well that nobody else really can get that that close. So just to sum up, Google Analytics is a great tool, freely available to everybody, and definitely a great thing to have on your site so you get some of that basic market intelligence. And it really gives you the lion's share of information to really know kind of what pages are working and maybe what pages aren't ever gotten to, a lot of the basics. And then with deeper productivity through an application driver, you're going to get better information from your users and be able to respond to them live. And then finally, the empathy machine and long-term improvements in your site based on where people might have challenges that don't come to the forefront with any of these other tools. So thanks very much for your time. If you have any questions about this, I'd love to answer any. You can come off of your mics if you can, or you can hit me up in the back channel. Either way, my name's Lee and I'm complete. Hmm.